Right, let's have a look, see. Bum, bum. Ah, there we are. I think we're live. Evening all, if we are. Looks good, yeah. Give us a thumbs up under the video if we're working okay. Or type something in the comments, as per usual, and then I know everything's honky-dory. And I've clicked all the right buttons and things my end. Yeah. Right, so I'm putting it down there a minute. Let's see, let's just give it a second or two to refresh. I think my connection might be a trifle slow tonight. With the weather again, maybe. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're getting a couple of thumbs, that's good. Evening David. Evening Peter. Marvellous, excellent, we're working then. Good hope. Right, evening all. Hope we've all had a jolly week. I've not got, well, I have got lots of things done, but not quite as much to date as I thought I would, because I had about 3 hours on the phone rowing with Amazon, who've screwed up an order, as they do. But there we are, not to worry. So yes, let's have a think. What new stuff? Have I got the right page up? Yes, I have. So I've got a whole load of spares to list as soon as I get round to it. So the principal new things in the past few days have been these 3 new machines. They've all got little videos up. So there's a Jubilee, twin jackpot, sixpence, lights up. That's had LED lights put in it. And it's got a new spare set of reel strips. Yes, I did take a picture of them as well to go with it. If you want to replace them, they're not that bad in it, really, but so there's that one. These finish on the 19th, these 3 machines. And then we've got this nice Brian's 3-ball 9 cup, which is basically brand new as it left the factory. Old penny, 2 keys to each lock, all stamped up, matching serial numbers and everything. So nice machine, and the 9 cups don't come up as often as the other ones, the forks and the where the other one is, can't think, brains addled. Evening Peter, the other Peter, and evening Paul. So there's that as well. And then the Grand National Racer, which is sort of, well, I hesitate to say barn fresh because it's better than barn fresh, but it's a recent find. It's just had sort of a quick tweak to get it running. As you'll see from the video, it runs, plays fine, but would benefit probably from, you know, strip the old varnish off and give it a bit of a clean up, and a re-varnish come up quite nicely. You'll probably see in the photographs and the videos a little bit of old woodworm in the panels, but it's been treated twice, so it is dead. So you know, you can either fill those, if you're really keen, then you could just replace the panels with a new bit of oak face ply if you fancied it. You could do with a little bit more brush on the little jumps, as you'll see in the video. If you don't know, as the horses come along, they jump over the hurdles that are supposed to be there. You can get the model railway, like they use model railway trees, is quite good. That sort of mossy stuff. Just redo those; it look quite nice. Give it a little bit of a spruce up. So that's those 3. They all finish on the 19th. Ending this week, there's a whole load of stuff. There's about 10 machines, I think, or 11 machines or something. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 machines, yep. Including a couple that are coming around again, so they didn't go the first time, like the nice Retriever, that arcade cocktail machine with all the video games in, the darts, the Black Chariot and the Continental. So yeah, sort of half and half, new listings and 1 second round. And then there's a whole load of spares. Check all those out in case you need any bits. Keep you busy over Christmas period. In the shed, escaping the family, etc. all sorts of stuff down there, and then lots of coins as well. Use some coins and tokens. So hopefully that'll keep you busy. The other day, you'll have seen, did I mention in the last video? I can't remember if I did or not. But anyway, if you go, you need to be logged in to see these pages. If you go on your cup of tea, you've got latest images on the latest archive. I've got a whole load of Brian's stuff. I think there's 60 odd things gone up courtesy of John Cottrell. Thank you very much, John, if you're watching. So yeah, all sorts of stuff there. It's quite interesting. Just, you know, click on anything to blow it up. If you click on it, then it goes to the page for that relevant machine. And then scroll down and you'll find them in the archive section. Click on it there and it will blow up quite nice and big. So yeah, have a look around at those. And if you've got any of this sort of stuff in your collections that we could have to upload, then get in touch. If you can scan it and email it to me, or take a good photograph of it, or whatever. Can't do any of the above. If you get it to me, I can scan them and get them back to you. Whichever. I've got some myself somewhere. I don't know what I've done with them. I know Paul was saying he's got a whole load of like Crompton stuff, which is mislaid as well. So between us, we're doing well. But the stuff's out there, so hopefully eventually we'll collect a bit more up. And you know, it helps to fill some gaps in the database where we haven't got images of things at the moment. But it's also interesting stuff anyway. So yeah, have a check of that out. And then also I've been busy with the making a website to order the DVDs from, which will hopefully go live probably tomorrow. I've just got to do a little bit more to it. I did have I got here? I can show you quickly on the sample thing on the demo. I might be able to. Will this work? Yeah, there we are. It should work. So there's a little video. I can play that out in a minute if you like, if you haven't seen it. It's only 2 minutes long. Bit of blurb about what we're doing, etc. And then various options to order just the DVD and or with tickets to the launch event in Easter. 1 or 2 tickets. Now if you're feeling a bit more flush, you can have a, you know, sort of put a bit more money into the project. This is kind of like a crowdfunding type thing to help us along our way. And you get a special thanks credit in the end titles as well. So your name is forever in, yeah, there in history sort of thing. And if you're feeling really flush, this is how we do crowdfunding things. We want to crowdfund other films for a bit more. You can be, you can have an associate producer credit, which will not only go on the DVD, but it'll go on the IMDb page as well. So you can impress all your friends that you're then officially a film producer. I don't know, I've only set up the IMDb page today, so I don't know if it's actually live yet. There's a link to it. It's coming. But anyway, yeah, if you wanna, if you fancy that, then you can do that. This will get gradually filled in with more stuff as and when. It takes IMDb several days to check out the information you send them, and obviously there's only so much information I can put on there at the moment until we've actually got it shot and released. But yeah, so there's options there for you depending on how flush you're feeling or how much you can convince your other half to spend on a nice Christmas present for you, which might be a good idea, from £25 all the way up to 135. So plenty of choice there, and yeah, so it might make a good Christmas present, as it were, perhaps for someone you don't know what to get them, or they don't know what to get you. And then hopefully, you know, we'll get plenty of orders in which will help offset the cost of making it. I'd like to cover the cost of making it because it's not cheap, but we'll see how we go on that one. Shall I run out the little video for a minute? If everybody's seen it who's on here. If you haven't, I can do the little 2-minute video we did. It's on the website now. I think you've all seen it. If you want me to run it, just let me know in the comments and I'll run it. But what I was going to say, so we'll do that on the DVD, and then I'm looking at ways to host online a higher definition version of it, because DVDs you can basically only put the standard, like normal television definition on. To go high def or 4K, you need to do it on Blu-ray, and the cost of producing Blu-rays is still really too expensive to make it viable. Because it really needs to be properly pressed. You can burn them off on the computer, but they're not very reliable. The same as DVDs done off your computer are not terribly reliable. This is why these will be properly produced in a proper DVD plant. So doing 2 lots, doing DVDs and Blu-rays would be very expensive, and Blu-rays are much more expensive to produce anyway at the moment still, unfortunately. Because most high def content is just going straight online these days. So what I'm looking at doing is with your DVD, perhaps there might be some sort of code or voucher code or something that you could then watch it in higher definition if you've got a big fancy telly online somewhere. Amazon, interestingly, have stopped doing, at the moment, have stopped accepting non-fiction stuff, because you used to be able to put stuff up on there. But at the moment they're not accepting anything like documentaries. Don't know why. I guess because they're not selling. But there's other ways of doing it, which I'm looking into. So I'll keep you posted on that. But mucking my eye. What was I saying? Yes, it's full steam ahead on that project basically. So that will keep me busy over the next few months, filming and editing all that. So say the website to order the stuff, I will try and get finished off. I might be able to finish off the few extra little bits and bobs I've got to do tonight, sort of terms and conditioning type jazz and all that nonsense you have to do these days. And set up the payment thing properly, because I've still got a few things to do on that. Bank details, one thing and another. So we can hopefully get that up and running either tomorrow or Sunday. David says, play it, it saves looking at you. That's a fair point, isn't it? Rightio then, I'll play this while I have a swig of tea. I'll be back in 2 minutes. So when I was a kid growing up in the 1970s, trip to the seaside was not about the beach so much for me. It was about going to the fairground and going to the amusement arcade. I'd go in the arcade with my little bag of pennies, play the machines, but more interestingly, always try and seek out the man with a big bunch of keys, follow him round, and look inside all the machines and see how they worked. And this here is the kind of stuff I used to love. So we're here in Paul Mitchell's incredible arcade. How many machines have you got here, Paul?
The last count was 33 pinball machines and the 66 slot machines.
99. Well, we need one more then in that case.
I need one more, yeah? I'll find somewhere to squeeze it, yeah.
Somewhere to squeeze it in. So the idea is we're going to make a documentary about this amazing collection, but more than just looking at each machine, which is kind of a bit boring. We want to talk to Paul about all the years of collecting, some of the fun finding some of the machines, some of the trials and tribulations of fixing them.
All the fun.
And now there'll be a few more tales to tell. So we need your support for this. We need people to pre-order the DVD basically, because it's a time-consuming job to film, edit, put together. We're hoping it'll be done by Easter, that's the plan.
That's the plan, yeah. Big day here at Easter.
Hope we have a launch here so you can come down, collect your DVD, have a play in the arcade.
Barbecue as well.
Barbecue as well, they are. Come and get a hot sausage and have a play on the machines. So that sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, and me.
so there we are. Keep you posted, but yeah, hopefully Saturday, Sunday. Talking of the weekend, I will be around Saturday if you want to come and collect anything you've bought or drop anything off, etc. View stuff, but not Sunday. A bit of a family day Sunday. We're planting a tree for Mum at the grave there, the natural burial ground place thing. So it's tree planting time, so we're off to do that. Have a bit of a lunch afterwards because it's my extremely large birthday on Monday, which I'm not looking forward to at all. My little niece's birthday in the week as well, so a bit of a family bash on Sunday. So then next week I should be around, I think, most days again, probably. So just bear in mind this weekend that Sunday is out. Saturday's good. What else do I need to tell you? I think there was something else, wasn't there? Oh yes, Carrier, he's due again on next weekend, so about the 19th or 18th or whatever it is, that weekend. So if you've got anything that needs shipping out with Alan, give him a shout, and then he can pick it up for you, and hopefully you'll get it just before Christmas. Peter says, how can you refuse a hot sausage at Paul's? Well, exactly. How indeed. So yeah, as long as Boris doesn't put the kibosh on it, but then again, by the looks of things, Boris will be out before very much longer, so that's good. So yeah, as I've put on the website, you know, it is a case of, obviously, if you buy a ticket for the launch party bash event thing at Easter, and for whatever reason there's lockdowns or whatever such nonsense, then obviously we'll just reschedule it, or give you your money back for your ticket, whichever you prefer. If you can't make whatever date we have to reschedule to, fingers crossed it'll all be sorted out by then. There's a lot of noise going on outside. Just hang on just a minute. It might be my late Amazon delivery. Bear with me just a tick. Sorry, while I just look out the window. No, I don't think it is. Sorry, I think it's a delivery across the road. Tesco's or something. What was I saying? Yes, hot sausage at Paul's, quite. Yes, so if we have to delay it, obviously, there's not much we can do about that, but in that case, I just post out the DVDs, and we'll have a bit of a bash later in the year, whenever we can, but fingers crossed. Whatever daft rubbish they come up with next will all be blown over by Easter. We can but hope, eh? So that's where we're up with that one. Yeah, any questions, anybody, on any of those 3 new machines? Let me know if you need to know anything about any of those. The Jubilee and the Racer and the whatever the other thing was. 3-ball 9 cup. Hope you can see everything you need to know from the little videos and everything. And equally anything that's finishing this Sunday. If you need to know anything about those, let me know. Somebody asked about the cone vending machine. Was it all original graphics? Yes, it is. There you can see it's all original. So that's that. And the Volta, yes, as far as I can see, somebody asked, is it all there? And I think I can't really see other than the battery, obviously. The mech looks complete to me. This little bracket you'll see on the spring should be just screwed in the bottom there. Just a couple of new screws. He's got his cash box, which is nice. It will probably may need a new leather in the damper piston thing here, which controls the timing. So similar to a one-arm bandit pump, or a couple of the Brian's machines have them in as well, don't they? Those sort of things. So it's just like a leather washer in the cylinder, which lets the air out slowly, and they just dry up over time. So you might have to put new leather in, and really what it needs is the front veneering, because it was mahogany veneer on whatever it is, pine boards probably, which is all chipped around the edges. So that's what really makes it look scruffy. Other than that, it's really nice. The paperwork's really nice on it. It's got all these bits, the little labels. These are in brass. No, in brass. They're in English, which is nice because they're often in German. I say often, it's a rare machine. You don't often see them at all, but being a German machine, it's nice to have the English labels on. So yeah, anybody else anything's asked me these machines? I don't think so. I think everything else is covered. The French Orwin, somebody asked, does it work? Not quite, but there's not, again, I think it's all there. It just wants a bit of a tweak and a photograph. But you can see the mech on the video somewhere. About there-ish. Down there. So the mech was there. Wasn't it? Carnival or something that was pin up of here or something. I don't know, it's just something silly odd that's a bit missing or something like that. The token payout. That one. Nice with the spun metal back, they don't come up that often, so see those it captures the light, it's in the video when it's stimulating the light. There's a centre payout knob as well. So there's a payout cup in the middle. Again, it just makes it a bit more unusual if you like your Allwins. So there we are. Anything from anyone? Everybody got any questions on anything? Do let me know. If not, I'll finish my cup of tea and go and do something useful probably. And then we'll crack on. Yeah, I'll try and get a bit more done tomorrow, Saturday. Really want to try and get the DVD ordering thing up because people are asking about it, which is nice. Then say Sunday out, and then Monday, Tuesday, hopefully go through all those spares and sort them out. I've got a bit more space. There's a couple of machines going on Saturday, I think. So a bit chock-a-block for space at the minute. There's a lot of stuff in. Because we've sold quite a bit the past few weeks, and a lot of it hasn't actually gone out yet. So it's kind of a bit cramped for space. But yeah, as I said before, I probably won't list any new machines now until after Christmas, or at least not to finish until after Christmas, because obviously you're all going to be a bit busy with the mince pies and one thing and another. You're not going to be wanting to try to remember on Boxing Day night, as it would be, to log in and stick your offers on, or January the 2nd, so we'll leave them just a week or so before you put anything new on probably. And then hopefully that gives everybody's stuff a fair chance to be seen by everybody. And then yeah, over Christmas, New Year, I'll do a bit of kind of an end of year review, probably just have a look at how we've done overall, top up the monthly figures, that kind of thing, which I half did somewhere and then I sort of stopped somewhere on my desk here. And just see how the year's been really, and what the plans are for the new year. We should principally start selling the big heap of fairground stuff that's accumulating in the yard, and the advertising stuff which is accumulating in the kitchen here, and everything else that's accumulating. Hopefully we'll have a good, nice big sort of 40-50 lots of each to to kick off those sections. And fingers crossed they'll take off like the slot machine stuff has done. Because always in the past was that crossover of the slot machine lot who like the odd enamel sign or the odd bit of fairground art to, you know, brighten up their walls, and vice versa. Machine collectors, the enamel sign collectors like the odd vending machines often because of the advertising. Obviously, it kind of fits in with their collections of vending with enamel signs and advertising stuff, all that kind of thing. And again, that's similarly with the fairground collectors, like the odd machine now and again. And fairground art always looks good to decorate your games room up with. I was saying to somebody earlier today who came to pick a couple of machines up, things like the hoopla panels people put around the bottom. So if you've got a line of Allwins screwed to your wall, you always got that, well, what do you put under your Allwins and what do you put above them? So people kind of often you'll see they'll put a hoopla panel or two underneath. We've got some nice ones to sell. And up above, you know, maybe a nice fairground sign or something. Just fills the wall in nicely. And yeah, makes a really good display, really. So there we are. Well, you all seem to be very quiet, which is good. Maybe there's something good on telly tonight. I don't know. I don't watch it really. So I think we'll probably wrap up in a minute or two, unless anybody's got anything to say. And then we'll do Sunday night. Will I be back Sunday night? Probably. Yeah, I should be, I think, Sunday night. I will try to be, put it like that. If I'm not, then you'll have to forgive me. Because it's a bit of a busy day on Sunday. Obviously, I'll send the email out Sunday morning as usual, and let you know if I think I'm definitely not going to be back Sunday night for the video. Or just to do it Monday instead. So there we are. Right, so I think that's probably it from me. I think everyone's disappeared, or just about to. So I shall bid you farewell. I will pop in here next video. Next video, Sunday night. Oops. Sunday Eve. Doing well. Boom, boom, boom. Just put it like that. There we go. And yeah, don't forget there's lots of stuff finishing. Have a good look through, especially the spares, because you don't want to miss a bit if you've been sitting on the machine in the shed for 5 years waiting for that elusive part to turn up. And then you see on Tuesday night that someone else has bought it for a £5 or something, you'll be a bit miffed. So do have a good check through and make sure there's nothing there you need amongst all that lot. Super. So have a jolly day tomorrow and Sunday, whatever you're doing, and we'll hopefully catch up Sunday night. We'll see you then. Nighty night.